Hey everybody, this is the cover of my new book. You can buy it Kindle ebook right now on Amazon, $6.99. Please buy a copy, and I'm donating all my money to possibly achieve artificial immortality. It may sound crazy, but please check my evidence out that flying saucer would indicate that that is possible. So, with that said, Smoking Gun Evidence, Marty Stewart Art and UFO Finders Live, Proof Flying Saucers Exist, YouTube Michael Brumfield. Breaking news, flying saucer photo on back cover. Warning, this book may change your reality forever. And I go out on this, and it is absolutely about evidence of flying saucers everywhere in our ancient past. Newspapers, there's headlines, 1952, Washington Post, headline, saucers outrun jets. That is a picture. This is the back cover of my book. That is a picture of my flying saucer, obviously, with an apparatus out in front of it, leaving a contrail behind it as it flies very fast through the sky. He didn't even identify that. He just saw a white ball flying across. So, luckily, Michael Boyle got this shot out of Franklin, Tennessee in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. But it's an actual photo. And I've filmed flying saucers since 2006 when I filmed my first one. The reality is that this shot right here shows a device out in front of it blowing a hot flame. And I've put an explanation how speed of flight is the most advantageous man can achieve today. This logic explains how they can stay away and why they're rarely seen. Now, going out here, and that's a very advanced scientific reality. People, if they understood if you can go so fast, it looked like you went from one place to another instantly, they'd think it was magic. But if you could explain it, speed of travel, then they would understand it's a physical, scientific reality. Last thing I'm putting in my book is this evidence that shows that we're still asking, where did everything come from? My books are a Theory of Everything series. This is the 9th one. And it is Infinite Astronauts, Artificial Intelligence. And that's what we're talking about. Is, could there be people up in the sky? If they are, what would we call them? We would call them people up in the sky. Infinite astronauts pursuing immortality, artificial immortality, the other AI of the acronym. So please check all this out. This picture shows, obviously, an ancient piece of artwork looks like a black hole and a white hole, and showing that the universe is a chaotic exchange of matter. And that's what the equals mc squared equation says on the right hand side that I'm honing in on. And it explains how everything is just energy transforming into different states of matter. And then you're going to see these religious symbols look just like down below here, each other, the atom and the Jewish Star of David. The infinity symbol looks like evolution at work there, where you got 1 becoming 2, or the Big Bang, 1 becoming 2, and then 4, 8, 16 exponentially exploding. Then you have how, the I question, and what I get at, and this driving force of this book is questions. How did primitive man know what these symbols would represent in the future? Advanced scientific knowledge prove that the universe has always existed, and we're still asking ourselves, where did it come from? We need to get over that and realize that the law of energy answers that question. We should be looking for people in space. That's primarily what my books deal with. I'm going to my last book, which is called Reality Escape from Planet Earth, and I explained that, like this artwork, indicating that there are advanced intelligence out there that conquered space, so does the reality of our existence in space on a planet. If a meteor was to hit us today, and I put one coming at us in 2029, if it hits us, the only people who live will be astronauts pursuing artificial immortality, or infinite astronauts. So the preceding book was called The Theory of Everything series that I have. It was going to be my last book. Well, I wrote an 8th one. Now this is the 9th. This is called Infinite Astronauts, The Theory of Everything. And the significance of that statue is it looks like an alien head. So I've made very clear that from the get-go in my first book that the heads of Easter Island were clearly alien looking. They all look the same. He explained evolution to me instantly, and I started saying the 5 races of man. Man created on the 6th day, and started unraveling this mystery of mankind, which is still undeniably and irrefutably the biggest mystery facing our species today. Why don't we know where we came from and are coexisting with life out there? And also, why aren't we doing something about it, each and every one of us? So if there are people out there who've conquered space, they want people who are seekers, people who are doers. They don't want people who end up saying, I always wanted to do this. Well, if you would have just done it, you would have never wanted for this kind of information. You see it. So please check out all of my books and get the newest one, IAAI. That's my newest book out there, y'all. And absolutely, Marty Stewart has a flying saucer photo that looks just like mine. I used it on the cover of my 3rd book with Johnny Cash looking up. So please check out all of this. Hope you bought a piece of my artwork, because if I hit it, I'm going to get well known, I guess, maybe. If not, I'll get known for saying that all these ancient artworks have a simple message, and that is that there's a species in space that all look the same, and they made us, created us. That's the first really bizarre thing. If you were to look for evidence that maybe somebody smarter than us created us, that where would they be? In space, up. We would have a long mystery if they didn't exist. Since they exist, that gives us a short mystery because we increase rapidly in intelligence. So what would we have? A creation story by people up in the sky. We have that. So the final thing is this saving us. So if we can achieve artificial immortality today, John von Werner said in 1957 it's going to happen through mind uploading, mind downloading. So we're doing that today. What we need to save today is memory. We're harvesting intelligence, scientific intelligence. And if you don't believe any of this is possible, then you aren't seeking it. You got to prove that to yourself. So this ancient art is everywhere, and people are seeing flying saucers everywhere since primitive time. YouTube, Michael Brumfield, everybody, buy my books. Help me, help you, help us all. Peace, love, and harmony.